Hi class! Welcome to week 3. We'll be looking at early adulthood. We're leaving the adolescent period of development, which is what we focused on last week, and now we are transitioning to early adulthood. So your reading will be heavily focusing on what the major theorists have to say about those stages of development. Then this week, as usual, we'll have the discussion post and a couple different assignments. So one, and using the case example, and in thinking about if you were presenting recommendations for another young adult, what might be some things that you'd put in this PowerPoint presentation that would help them understand how their lifestyle choices in regards to health and relationships and career have an impact, and what is helpful and challenging about some of those decisions that one may want to make and why. Then we'll be kind of taking a look at our own previous expectations about adulthood, what our kind of wishes, anticipations were, how things turned out, and what we might recommend to ourselves had we been able to speak to our younger self about some aspects of adulthood. So using some of your own examples, some of the reading, and putting that together in a variety of different ways. Don't forget, especially for the paper and like many of your paper assignments, to include some of the theories that you're learning from some of the major theorists. And for this particular paper this week, we're asking that you make sure there's at least 3 different theorists from your reading, so researchers that have focused on these developmental theories, and including those to support your main points and what your arguments in your paper. Also, many of you are doing this well, but again, please don't forget to cite the literature following APA formatting. And I'd really prefer that you not just include a direct quote and using quotations, but I would much rather you summarize the key points of that quotation and point that you want to include into your own words to demonstrate that you have greater understanding of these concepts and how to apply them to the other aspects of your paper, and then to cite that summarized key point or key points still following APA formatting. This is where I would like more of you to go. Some of you are doing this well, and some are citing only a couple things and they're all direct quotations. And I'd much rather you demonstrate your greater understanding again of the material and summarize. If there are any questions on this, let me know. And again, there are so many amazing tutoring writing resources available to you that are free through BayPath. So don't hesitate to take advantage of those if you feel like you could tweak or add a little more to your writing abilities. I definitely benefited from that greatly when I was in school and saw a dramatic improvement when I did kind of just get a little bit more key pointers, if some of you would like. And I just think a lot of what's being asked of you is in a lot of the body of the reading that you're reviewing and grasping and learning. So, the sooner you kind of dive into the knowledge path material, the only more prepared you'll be for your work. So just kind of reiterating that. And don't forget to look at both the instructions on the module page for the class, but also to take a look at the different points on the grading rubric. For example, for your discussion post, there's always points allotted for the comments that you're providing to your peers before midnight on Saturday. And unfortunately, if you don't get your discussion posts, your original posts in on time by Thursday at midnight, you don't get credit for the first few points of that rubric. So, and I have no flexibility with some of the guidelines in regards to late work and grading. So please do what you can to get everything in on time and to keep corresponding with me if for some reason you may need to be late. It's a case-by-case basis, and there are still strict guidelines on how late something can be, and that at least 30% of points need to be reduced if it's late. So there are a lot of strict guidelines on this, so it's such a quick, fast-paced course and done in such a short amount of time that it can kind of get away with you if you are late repeatedly. So I hope everyone can keep getting their things in on time. I wish you the best. We are about midway through, and I will talk to you again next week. Thanks. Bye.